Okay, let's chat about the 3 a.m. wake up because I know that so many of you guys are experiencing this right now. I've been getting messages, I've been getting DMs from you guys about the 3 a.m. wake up, and it is not fun. I have been there. If you guys already know, I am a nurse. By I like to say like by day, like my day job, but I'm a nurse. I work night shift and flipping my schedule back and forth is so hard, especially during really stressful times. Recently, I've been picking up a lot of overtime, like a lot, and I've been working my butt off and it's been stressful. There's a lot of stress in life. And when it gets like this, it's hard. Sleep is really hard, especially with shift work like that, where I'm trying to flip it around and do all the things. That makes it really difficult on top of that. So I absolutely like feel this. I want to share with you how, to get through this period of time, kind of why it's happening. I always like to know why, but how we can help ourselves to fall back asleep, how we can hopefully try to avoid this from happening, and just some of my simple tips. So let's dive in. Hey, friend, welcome to the Ready to Rise podcast. This is the podcast for ambitious, successful women who've checked off all the boxes: the career, the routines, the self help books, and therapy. We've done it all. But if you are still feeling numb, stuck, or like you're just going through the motions, you are in the right place because I've totally been there and I've healed myself using the tools that I now teach. I got certified in them so that I could help other women do the same. I'm your host, Audrey Rose, a registered nurse and somatic life coach, and I'm here to help you stop just coping, stop just going through the motions, and actually start feeling good again in your life, feeling happy again. Each week, we explore nervous system regulation, emotional wellness, and rituals that are rooted in ancient wisdom, ancient practices, so you can stop just going through the motions and stop just getting by and start really feeling lit up and alive and fully plugged in again. This is about real happiness, the kind that fills your body, lights you up, and helps you create a life that you are obsessed to wake up for. So are you ready? Because I'm excited to help you feel like you again. So I know how it feels when we fall asleep, and maybe we fall asleep really well. Like a lot of us that are high achieving women, a lot of us who are experiencing some form of burnout, even if it's not, huge yet, we're just busy people and we are exhausted. So we're spending our days a little bit tired and then we are ready to go to bed, and maybe we can fall asleep pretty quickly because maybe we don't need like the whole nighttime routine and we don't need all of the little things. We're able to fall asleep. But then something wakes you up. Maybe a car goes by, you have noisy neighbors, you have to pee, whatever. And when you have to wake up at like 3:23 a.m. and then you cannot fall back asleep, that's a freaking problem because it is interrupting our cycle. That actually wrecks more havoc. So like our nervous system can get us to that place where we're stressed and we're burned out. And so it's causing us to wake up like that and not be able to fall back asleep. And then in turn, it causes even more havoc on our nervous system because without good sleep, our nervous system is going to be struggling the next day. It needs that, right? Over the nighttime, I told the girls in the Rise Sisterhood, there's a whole training in there. So if you ever want to come in and access that, like I would love to, invite you in and check that out. I have like a 45-minute training on how to get amazing sleep. I read a huge 400-page book by Matthew Walker, and it's amazing. And just there's so much in there. But one thing I want to mention, because it's a little dense, and so I'm not going to get into the whole thing now. But again, if you want to watch it, it's there for you. But with sleep, what happens while we're literally sleeping is our brain actually like shrinks certain cells, certain parts of our brain so that it can clean toxins and things around those areas. I always like love to refer to it as like if you've ever spent the night in Seattle, like downtown, how they power wash all the streets early in the morning. Literally it's like that. I mean, it's just the brain is just like just cleaning everything out. And it's so good for us. And there's a lot of repair that happens to our cells, to our nerves, our neurons, all of that, all the little parts of the nervous system. So without getting too deep, it's just really important to have good sleep for a million different reasons. but that's a big one for the nervous system specifically. It's like regenerating, helping grow those new bonds, that neuroplasticity, all of that. Also, without good sleep, there's studies, I'm not even going to repeat, like it's so, dense, it's too much, but you can relate a lack of sleep to being super drunk, basically. And so that's, we don't want that. Like, we do not want that. We don't want to have a decrease in our, cognition. Like, we don't want to have like those kind of like trouble with decision making or poor judgment or that kind of thing, right? Like, we want to be able to go about our day and like do the damn thing. Like, we're not here for poor sleep. So when we're waking up at 3 a.m., our mind starts going, our to-do list is on our mind. We're thinking about the work deadlines. We're thinking about the argument we had over who takes the trash out, with our husband, right? We're thinking about the kids and something we didn't do. Like, there's so much going through our minds. Like, what am I going to wear tomorrow? Well, what's this person? Well, what's this? And what's that? It's so much. And we start to go down the little rabbit holes. For me, if I start thinking about one thing, like, what am I going to wear to work? Oh my God, we haven't done the laundry. Oh my gosh, I think I only have one clean pair of scrubs left. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. Next thing. I need to get onto Amazon. I should probably order a new pair of scrubs. Wow, why doesn't my job offer me and they don't pay for our scrubs? Blah, blah, blah. The next thing you know, it's 4:30 a.m. It's almost 5 a.m. and you're like tossing and turning. We are going to turn that off because that is BS. I don't want it for us anymore. Like, let's learn how to turn that around. I don't want you waking up at 3:30 a.m. anymore, staring at the ceiling, wondering like why this keeps happening to you and like canceling all your plans the next day. When this happens to me, I cannot rally. I am not your girl for that. Like, I cannot just wake up and chug a Celsius and get going. No, no, no. I have to cancel my morning plans and get good sleep. So, Lucy, if you are listening, I'm sorry. Y'all, I pretty recently was having this kind of stress, waking up in the middle of the night and all of that, and missing my morning walks. We were supposed to do like a lake walk twice, and I had to cancel twice. And it's just crappy. Like, that is so crappy. Like, we don't want that, right? I don't want like that happening for us anymore, but it's common and it happens to a lot of us. So the real quick why, and I'll keep this quick because I want to get to some tools that you can use at 3 a.m. to help you fall back asleep. But there are 2 modes to our nervous system. If you've attended my free nervous system reset training, you know all about it. And that is where I go a little bit more in depth with all of this. And so catch that. It's down below in the show notes, or just DM me the word reset and get that for free. Link in bio, all the places, it's everywhere, where I dive more into all of this. But our nervous system has different parts to the nervous system. There's, central, and there's the peripheral and all of that. But the automatic, it's really called autonomic, but the part of the nervous system that just runs on autopilot, that's automatic, it has 2 modes, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic nervous system is like what I like to call our gas. It keeps us alive. It's what helped us in the very, old caveman days to run from a tiger. It activates all of the responses that we need when we're in a stress cycle to be able to stay alive. Helps, get blood to our muscles so we can run away. It literally, changes, like constricts our eyes so that we can see very clearly the thing we need to focus on. It helps us in so many ways so we can escape the danger. Nowadays, our body, it's not us, but it's our body and our primal instincts. We are sensing everything as danger. My hospital, who will not be named, not providing us with a proper amount. They give us like 1 pair a year or something, but like a proper amount of scrubs, on them. And like then me not having a lot and then having to buy it from Amazon and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's like a whole rabbit hole that I can go down, that my body, my primal instincts sense as danger. On the other side, we have the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's like the brakes. It allows us to rest, to digest, to repair, right? All of that. And that's probably like one of the most important parts. And in a regulated nervous system, we want to go back and forth between the two. We do want to get activated and be able to have a stress response properly, go about like happening. We want to be able to properly escape the danger. We want to be able to then come back down and rest, like a natural little flow, gas, brakes, kind of going back and forth here and there. But what happens is a lot of us nowadays are stuck in what's called a sympathetic dominance, where it's dominant. The sympathetic response, the gas is very dominant for us. And we're kind of stuck there. It's like pedal to the metal. It's stuck. Like what people say, like a lead foot, like it's all stuck, and our body is staying in that go mode. We're like, oh my God, don't brake for the turn. Like we just got it. Like we'll just extra hard, like whatever. It's just in go mode. We're constantly racing through life. And that's why it's so easy for us to access that way of being in the middle of the night. When we wake up, we're so used to waking up and hitting the floor running and living in that sympathetic response all of the time that at 3 a.m., it's just like, hey, girl, like we're back, like let's go. You wake up and it's like you have like jaw or neck tension. There's times where you probably wake up and you're just like, oh my God, I was just grinding my teeth. Or maybe you're, whoever you sleep with maybe tells you that, right? Like, oh, I heard this grinding sound. You were like just really having bad dreams. You're tossing and turning all night. You can't stop thinking. Like when you wake up and you were literally just dreaming about work or just dreaming about your problems that you have like in your business or, conflicts, whatever. You might have like just fidgeting a lot while you're trying to sleep. Like you might be like literally falling asleep. That feeling where you fall asleep and you feel like you're falling and you jump and you kind of wake back up. All of these are signs of just an overreactive nervous system because it's, and it's no fault of our own. Like, just want to throw that out there. Like I hate how everybody now is saying like, you're not broken, but like, you're not. Like, it's literally just no fault of your own. But that's what's causing us problems where we wake up in the middle of the night and we're having a hard time falling back asleep. Also, our body has cortisol naturally, of course, that helps us to be alert and everything. And at that time in the morning, our circadian rhythm is starting to release cortisol to kind of get us waking back up, kind of getting going. So we're used to accessing that pathway of cortisol is going to be so much quicker if we are in that sympathetic dominance, and it's just easier for us to like wake right back up, and the cortisol is already coming back. So it's just easy to just ride that wave, start thinking too much, going down all the rabbit holes and doing all of that. So what I want to teach you is two things. The first thing is, how do we reset at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever, and get ourselves back to sleep? The second thing I want to touch on is a little bit of a nighttime routine. And like I said, I'm not going to go super deep into it. You can watch that training in the Rise Sisterhood if you're a member, or if not, just hit me up and I'll explain how to get in there. But that training will help a lot. But in the middle of the night, when you wake up and you're frustrated and you're trying to go to sleep and you're just like, what is happening? I want you to, first of all, don't check the clock. I know that's hard because we want to see like, for me personally, it's like I always want to see like, well, is it just 30 minutes till my alarm's going to go off, because then I'll just wake up, right? Sometimes we want to know, but try not to do this because light is going to undo this, sleep pattern that we're in, the melatonin that's circulating, all of that. It's going to signal to your brain that it's like time to start waking back up. So we don't want that. Instead, I want you to just observe. As a thought comes in, observe it. You can name it. It's like a little mini meditation. Name the thought. That was stress. That was a thought. That was a feeling. Let it go. I love this. I learned this from the Headspace app, just like a meditation in there, where you can think of thoughts as clouds going by. Like if you picture yourself laying on the grass, a sunny day, and there's just a couple clouds in the sky, and as they float by, it's like that was your thought. Just leave it there. Let it float by. Just letting it go. Or sometimes I did this the other day too, like with the visualization of like dragging it like from your computer, dragging it into the trash bin, literally just dragging it. Don't go down the rabbit hole of the thought. And that is so hard to do. It takes practice. It takes a lot of mindfulness, but the more often that you do it, the more you can start to train that monkey mind and get it back into like, okay, we're just going to focus back on the breath, letting that go, taking a deep breath. And as you're doing that, it's really helpful if you can kind of remind your body that you're safe. Because when we get into that activated state, we're forgetting what's going on. We're forgetting that we are here safe and that we're not, that to-do list isn't an imminent threat, that we're not, something that we need to freak out about. So just put your one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And I'm going to teach you a simple breathwork routine. It's called the 4-1 breath. I learned this from Gabby Bernstein. Take 4 little breaths in through your nose, and then a 6-count breath out through your mouth. So just literally in, like, through your nose and then out through your mouth. So it's just like quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're breathing out, one long breath out, like a 6 count or so. This is going to stimulate your parasympathetic state. It's going to help you downshift. It's going to help you re-regulate. It also helps to balance, basically just get you into the parasympathetic state. I'm going to teach you another one that's a little bit more about the balance. But reminding your body while you're doing that you are safe. You can literally give a little mantra to yourself. I am safe. My body can rest. I'm okay. This is not imminent. This is not, something I need to deal with right now. Not right now. That's for tomorrow. And just giving yourself that thought so you can let it go. We don't have to force the sleep to come, just kind of create the condition that's going to bring your mind back to a restful state, bringing it back out of that sympathetic response into the parasympathetic. And that's what that quick breathwork routine will do for you. Another breathwork I love. I like this more when we're sitting up and we're meditating, maybe before bed. This would be really helpful, but you can absolutely do this, early in the morning when you wake up like that. It's called alternate nostril breathing. And literally, it's just alternate nostril breathing. So you close one nostril. I sound weird now, right? I close one nostril. So say you put your, maybe you put your thumb, I guess, on your right nostril, and then later we'll put our finger on our left. If you're watching on YouTube, it's a little easier to see what I'm doing. But literally just like as if you're plugging your nose to like dive into a pool, right? Like with both hands on your nose, both fingers, your thumb and then your index finger. So we just plug the right nostril, take a breath in through the left nostril, then transition. So then we're going to plug the left nostril, breathe out through the right, and then we do it in reverse. Then we breathe in through the right, plug the right, breathe out through the left. Okay, friend, I know those days where my mind just won't stop. I can't fall asleep, and then I'm just exhausted, anxious, grumpy, all of it, right? This is usually when I know I need to reset my nervous system. For me in the past, I used to try the affirmations and all the personal development books and talk therapy and all of the things, but it never worked. So finally learning the somatic healing tools that actually regulate my nervous system has seriously changed things. So I put together a happiness bundle for you. It's literally 3 guided practices in under 30 minutes each. I walk you through each one, and these are literally nervous system regulation practices that are proven to help you reduce cortisol levels, reduce your stress, so you can finally get better sleep, think more clearly, and just feel more calm overall. I walk you through each one exactly so that you will know like step by step what to do. It's an on-demand video. And again, it's 3 of them, EFT tapping, sound bath, and breath work, all in under 30 minutes each. So if you are ready for that feeling where you just finally feel like yourself again, you feel like you can access the happiness that's all around you because your nervous system is more regulated, go and grab the happiness bundle now. I want to give it to you for $11. It's in my show notes below, or if you go to my Instagram bio at Hello Audrey Rose, it's right there in the link in bio. And just get it for $11 with code happiness at checkout. And I cannot wait to hear how good this makes you feel. But what I really would love for you to do is start to create a kind of sleep routine. So having your sleep cycle kind of like just creating a sleep cycle for yourself where you are sleeping the same time every night and waking up around the same time every morning. The nighttime waking will improve, like it will stop happening so much when our nervous system knows that we're really safe and it feels really calm before bed. So I want you to kind of practice things, which I'll teach you, but so that you're not going into this state of like survival mode or like feeling that sympathetic response or feeling that, super big stress response at 3 a.m. You're actually going to enter a more restful state a little bit earlier so that you can have your patterns just be intact throughout the night. So before bed, the best thing you can do for yourself is to not eat 3 hours before bed. If you're going to eat a big heavy meal, if you're going to eat a big dinner, eat it 3 hours before so that you can start to digest. This is hard. This is very hard for me as a nurse, 12-hour shifts, crazy, crazy, crazy. Since I work night shift and then I sleep during the day, what I do, and this could be for any 12-hour, shift worker, or if you work really late at night, I just eat at work. I eat out. I eat like at 4:30 usually. I do eat it like right around 4:30. And then I get off about 7:30 and I am able to just pretty much go straight to bed because our food has been digested. So it's a little easier to fall asleep. If you need to snack, like you can always eat like a light snack kind of before bed so that you don't get hungry and wake up in the middle of the night. But that's very helpful. The next thing is, if it's possible for you, dim the lights. Turn off the lights. A lot of people are using red lights now. Obviously blue blockers, which I'll get into, but really try to minimize the lights. I like 90 minutes before bed. That's what I think is the best, but 60 is okay. We want to make sure that our body is starting to feel, that darkness. It starts to release melatonin. It starts to get us in the mood for sleep. Our body literally does a whole sleep response. It's all this science and hormones and chemicals and all the things, but it really does matter because light influences that circadian rhythm, right? We are primally ready or we just have the primal instinct to go to bed when it's dark out and wake up when it's light out. Our body just naturally knows to do that. So try to mimic that nighttime. If it's the middle of the summer, like it is right now, mimic that nighttime, close the, curtains, whatever you have to do to just get it darker for you. Try not to use the blue lights, our computers, our TVs, our phones, all of that. Try to get away from those at least 90 minutes before bed. I still, I can't lie. I like TV at night. I like to watch a show with my husband. Right now we're doing Big Bang Theory all over again. It's so fun, right? It's just kind of part of the American experience. I use blue blocker glasses. And I use the legit ones. So please go do a little research, find the right ones for you. If you need a prescription, they can make them prescription. I have just my regular reading glasses as blue blockers too in my little reading, prescription. Because there's nights where I'm reading something on a device, right? But use the blue blockers. They're not glamorous. They're orange and, they do distort colors a little bit, but I'm I don't care because my sleep is so freaking important. I don't care if the TV colors are a little bit off. It's fine. The other night I was wearing them, and my husband loves to make fun of me, but it's so important, because we want to start that wind down. When we see that blue light, it's that same thing where our body starts to wake back up. It's okay, we got to go, right? And do some kind of safety. So I actually just spoke about this in the Rise Sisterhood as well. But do a little root chakra work if you can. Anything that's going to make you feel really safe. Anything I just did a sound bath for them that was a root chakra sound bath. Just anything that's going to make us feel nice and safe. There's studies that show, bilateral tapping kind of brings us back to that safety. Same thing with that alternate nostril breathing. That's why I was mentioning that I would absolutely do that before bed. I think that's a great time to do that one because it balances our activity or our outputs between the left and the right hemispheres of the brain so that we can come back down. It helps shift us into that parasympathetic response. All of this is going to signal to your brain that you are safe. that you are okay. Doing some type of like a root chakra meditation, you can literally just sit and meditate, like sit, cross-legged or whatever, and meditate on like a red ball of light coming from that root area. Just meditate on that, feel the safety that comes with that. And, red light helps with this, all of those things just to help remind you how safe you are. And again, in the middle of the night, if you wake up, do that kind of thing again. Do the breathing, do the red light meditation. Just remind yourself how stress-free you are, how safe you are. And then some other things, just like little things, have the temperature super low. They recommend having your temperature like at 65 degrees, but I promise since I started doing that, it's really helped. A little bit of a warm shower before bed can help. Wearing socks is another thing. Getting your room just super dark, like blacked out, like blackout curtains. I don't want street lamps shining in. I don't want the LED light from like a device shining on you. Like none of that. Phone is on absolute silent. Like I don't even want it vibrating. Like it's quiet. It's quiet time. It's dark time so that you are not waking up at little things that are going on. Weighted blankets help, maybe a little spritz of lavender, all of those things help. And just remember the safety. So if you are waking up at 3 a.m., try these hacks. Let me know how it's working. It's just what we're designed to do when we're feeling stressed out or whatever, we're ready for that. That's our body wants to stay on. It wants to stay on cue. It wants to be ready for anything. It's normal. It really is. It's how our nervous system protects us, unfortunately. It's just these primal instincts that haven't caught up with today's world, like of knowing that you are literally safe, like the door is locked, like, we can breathe, we have electricity, water, food, and we're okay. And I think just keep trying this over and over. I think the biggest thing I want you to know is that trying this one night, might not work right away. This is something we have to do over and over. The nighttime routine, it's something that we have to do consistently so that we will see those results. But I promise you, with time, it will get better. And can't wait to see you on the other side. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of the Ready to Rise podcast. It means so much to me to have you here and to get to share all of this with you. If this one resonated, literally just send this to a friend, share it with her right now, because there's so many women out there who really need this information. And I would also love it if you could take a quick screenshot, throw it up on Instagram, tag me at Hello Audrey Rose so that I can connect with you and get to know you. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful day, and I will see you next time.